Sala.
Yan.
Masyado
There.
maliwanag. Bawasan ko yung light.
Wow,
Ang
nice
dimmer.
background.
Ang dimmer. Assassin yan eh.
Yan.
John Wick pa, Sir
There.
Pao.
John Wick yan. Yeah. Hi guys, Katima Gaming here, and today I am joined by the prestigious panel of experts to help me tackle the topic, the very popular topic of what's it like to be 30 years old and over and playing video games. Okay, so just a little bit of background story here. Many people criticize that being 30-year-old is too old to play video games, yet we see this amazing phenomenon. Didn't you know that the average age of gamers around the world is actually over 30, yet we still experience prejudice and a lot of social prejudice against us, especially here in Asia. So I'd like to tackle the topic, and join with me are two experts. Well, they're gamers and they're over 30, so technically they're all experts. And we'll talk about it, we'll share our stories, and maybe share informations about our background to actually make it easier for you as a 30-year-old gamer or getting there. All right, so first of all, I'd like to introduce Mr. Paolo. He's a civil engineer, and he owns his own construction business, guys. Amazing. And a married man, a gamer and a married man. He plays PC, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and aspires to be a casual streamer. He's known as the Gaming Engineer in social media. Maybe you've seen him before. Make sure you follow him. Dude, his setup, he has pictures, and he's very popular for his setup. If you check out his gaming setup, definitely amazing. All the pictures on his social media, good stuff, all the way from Quezon City. Mr. Paolo, good evening.
Hi, good evening from the
All right.
Philippines.
All right,
Sawadee krap.
Sawadee krap, sawadee krap. All right then.
Yeah.
Can you tell us quickly a little bit about yourself, Mr. Paolo?
Well, since age is the one of the topic, I might as well tell my real age. I'm 36 years old. I'm married, no kids, but I have 3 dogs, and I love them all. And as you said, I have my own construction company running for about 11 years now.
Wow.
So before, I've been a regular employee, and then I just tried to have my own construction business. And working, maybe daily I spend at least 2 hours gaming regularly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have responsibilities. You got 3 dogs. I know it's a lot of people don't know this. If you don't own a dog, you don't understand that it's not easy to raise
Easy,
dogs,
yeah.
especially if you love them and really care for them. Yeah, I love the background. I saw some pictures of your setup. Just absolutely, you guys got to check it out. Mr. Paolo is right there. We're definitely going to hear more from him. Up next, we have Mr. Marioneismo from Marioneismo TV himself. You might have seen him before. We have a potential pro gamer here, by the way. He's an IT consultant currently under the Tier 1 Entertainment Amplify Academy program. So potentially he might be a pro gamer. If you do become popular, don't forget us. Okay, just shout out loud. Shout out loud. He posts regularly on YouTube. He has his YouTube channel, links down below, guys. Go check him out. He live streams every weekend. And he's actually a married man with a 4-year-old daughter. He still finds time to do all of these things. Mr. Marioneismo, thank you so much for joining us. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Sir Pao, Sir Katima.
Good evening.
Hello. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm an IT consultant by profession and a gamer at heart. I also regularly, as you mentioned, I post regular videos on YouTube and live streams my gameplay on Twitch every weekend.
Nice. So you said that you're under the Tier 1 Entertainment Amplify Academy program. For those of you who don't know, that's a gaming talent program in the Philippines where they have a pool of talents that they bring up to become personalities owned by and run by the beautiful Alodia herself. Okay. What's it like being in part of that program? Is it stressful?
Not really, because I'm able to do my assignments or do the tasks accordingly, scheduled.
They're not too demanding, right? Not like one of those talent agencies for
I usually
girl
have time.
bands.
I usually have extra time to do it myself, so it's all good.
So yeah, it's an honor to have Mr. Marioneismo here, and check out, guys, all of the links of their content in the comment and in the description down below. So go ahead and check it out. One of the reasons why I got into gaming is my mother bought the 101 bala para sa super for the family
Family
computer.
computer.
Yeah, that's the original piracy, by the way. When I was a kid, that was the original type. That's how you pirate things. You put 100 games. Kahit magdoble-doble na sila. Isang bala lang. And my mom picked a random game, and it was Ice Climber. I was 3 years old, and we just went crazy. I don't know if our viewers know it. I'll put a picture up there. Ice Climber is just like an amazing game where you climb. And we played till 3 a.m. We had so much fun, and I was hooked from then on. And I didn't play Mario. I didn't play Tanks. I didn't play any of those. I played Ice Climber growing up. So yeah, that's the origin story. So thank you, Mom, for getting me into gaming. How about you, Mr. Paolo? How did you get into gaming?
Yeah, well, I grew up being the first grandchild in our family. You know, Filipino families have very large numbers. So
Very
I'm the
close.
yeah, I'm the eldest grandchild back then. My uncles are all singles except for, syempre, for my father. So they are playing family computer. I remember the very first game that I played in the family computer is Contra.
Contra.
No.
Do.
The 30 lives
If
cheat.
Contra fan ka talaga, ano ang cheat code sa Contra?
Up, down, down, left, right, A, B, select, start.
Yay, there you go. Okay, I
Very
believe you.
nice.
I believe you.
Yeah, so I literally grew up. I saw the evolution of console gaming, and I remember back in 1994, PC was still considered not a necessity. I remember the first PC game I played with my uncle is Doom, the violent one. I'm
You're
still
too young to
9
play
years
that.
old. Yeah, and then I'm so amazed when he was playing Doom, he put on a Bon Jovi CD and played Blaze of Glory while playing Doom.
Wow.
I was so amazed, blown away by that during that time. So I grew up literally hooked. Gonna
All
have that.
right. All right, there you go, Mr. Paolo. Okay, how about you, Mr. Marioneismo? Tell us your story, especially with a 4-year-old daughter. How do you, at the end of the day, come up with your gaming life?
So initially, I think I was hooked because of my cousins, my friends. They have this they have a gaming console at home, and I think it's stuck through until today. So I've been gaming. I didn't have a console until I think my own console until 2013. So I had one when I was younger.
PlayStation 3 already, I think. PlayStation 3.
I think I bought Xbox 360, which is a big mistake. So
Okay, thank you
I was
so much for
able to
joining,
play.
Mr. Marioneismo. Bye, Xbox.
Yeah, I think my friend convinced me to get an Xbox. I don't know why. So I haven't.
You have a bad friend. He's
Yeah.
totally, definitely whoever he is. So yeah, well, interesting. The late bloomer coming in. But like I said, like most of the peak of our gaming, I guess we could say is when we started working and having money for our own,
Yeah.
right? Like it's only then that we can really decide what we really want. I mean, like I could tell with also Mr. Paolo, the moment he started working, he already planned itong kwarto, this spot right here, ang PC ko.
Yeah. I remember my very first Christmas bonus. I bought my first desktop computer with that.
Same,
Yeah.
13th month, I bought my Xbox.
Oh, you guys use cash. I use credit card. Close my eyes. Swipe. One of the things that I want to ask one by one is like, what's it like? Have you experienced lately? What's it like being a 30-year-old gamer? Just in a nutshell. Like, for example, for me, being a 30-year-old gamer, I'm actually still surprised people think it's weird.
Being a 30-year-old gamer nowadays is you're exposed to more choices, but you have little time to allot because you're already working. So
Yeah.
you have just to select where you invest your time with.
But at least we're lucky to see low tech from the cartridge era to today. We're about to hit the metaverse. Ain't that scary?
When you're using dial-up internet, you'll be the most patient man today if you're used to using it back then.
I couldn't watch porn. I couldn't watch porn without my parents finding out. Like I'd wake up 5 in the
You can
morning.
flip it.
I would cover the machine to not make a sound so that my parents won't know I'm actually connecting to the internet. All right then. How about you, Mr. Marioneismo? Tell us, what do you think? Being a 30-year-old gamer, how does it feel?
I think our generation are the ones who grew up to video games being the norm, being the the norm for recreation, for as a hobby. So I'm not getting that much
That's
attention.
good.
And
That's good.
if my parents know, or someone from my Facebook, and I think it's also because it's connected to my content creation. So
Yeah.
we're seeing a lot of content creators out there playing games online, live streaming.
When my parents heard about the pro gamer thing, it's like professional gamer.
Really?
What? No. So yeah, really amazing. And it's a good thing you don't
Mhm.
get that you've had a very positive experience. But what about your
Mhm.
partners though? Tell us the story. Like when we'll start with Mr. Marioneismo this time. When your
Mhm.
partner found out, let's say you were still dating, and she found out that you were really into gaming. What was
Mhm.
her reaction?
Initially, I just convinced her to support what I'm trying to do,
She
because I've
finally
been
gave in.
seeing.
You wore her
Yeah,
down.
yeah, she got tired. No, actually, it's most of my gaming these days are rooted to content creation, so I don't actually play um for recreation these days.
But for
So it
content.
happens that, yeah, if I play, I try to make content out of it. I try to live stream my gaming, and when I gain some attention or some good feedbacks from friends, from people out there online, I think my wife got convinced that, okay, this is something we can pursue.
Okay, how about you, Mr. Paolo? Well, how did your wife react, and was she okay with you planning out that gaming room of yours? I mean, Mr. Marioneismo might not have an idea, but Mr. Paolo's been getting a lot of attention because of his gaming room, like full setup, lights, everything, PC monitors, triple monitors, everything you see on YouTube, like all these people in the West. He has that.
Yeah. Back then, my wife was my former workmate. We met at work, and then uh, our boss has a habit of making us wait. Even he has nothing left for us to do, he makes us wait at the office, and our average time of going home instead of 5 p.m. is 8 p.m. My wife back then, she has a hobby of reading newspaper.
Mhm.
I don't like reading newspaper. So what I did is I bought a PlayStation Portable. And then uh, that's the way I pass time when waiting for our boss back then. So she saw
Mhm.
I'm into video games, and then we starting dated out, and then when we became married, she already accepted that I like video games, and all of my purchases has her approval.
Ah, yes. Very
Yeah,
important.
that
Very
so
important.
I can breathe
Transparency.
easily.
Yeah, but it's great. Like my wife also, like she's been very supportive of the things we do, and I guess like as long as we do it responsibly and that we don't neglect the rest of our health, I guess is more important, and that we're definitely gonna do better. All right, then. Wow. I mean, like I'm really getting some really positive. It's good to know that these guys, these men who are actually married as well, are getting we're getting really positive feedbacks from them. Mr. Paolo, do you tell people you play video games openly, or somehow you just find the opportunity to wait for someone else to say it or
I just
mention?
wait for Yeah, I just wait for the opportunity. But
Keyword, Valo.
when
Keyword.
so when somebody mentioned a game, and I'll get
Jump
back
in.
to them, and
Mm.
I'll tell, if especially if I also play that game. Oh, you play this game too, and then but it's a different setup when you're at school back then.
Mm. Mm.
You openly tell, because back then you don't have
Everybody.
guides to finish games,
Mm.
so you help each other out. But now
Mm.
that you're working, it's not, it's a different story. So I don't openly tell it, but when somebody mentioned it first before me, I engage them.
Yeah, because sometimes we might come off as unprofessional, I guess, if we do it. Like sometimes I'll throw some quotes just to see if anyone will bite, like snake. Anyone?
Metal Gear.
Oh, diba? Oh, there you go, gamer, right there. You're my friend right now.
Yeah.